Welcome, Aries Nation, to your 7-day forecast with angelic ascensions. I hope all is well. This may be a reading that may resonate with you if you happen to have Aries in your sun, moon, rising, Venus, dominant in your natal chart, or if you happen to be cross-watching for someone from the Aries Nation. You might find some information in this reading that may resonate. Keep in mind that this is a general reading. And because it's general, this automatically means that not everything is guaranteed to resonate. Take what genuinely does resonate and leave the rest. Please avoid making any sort of rash decision based on a general reading. If you'd like a reading based on your own personal energy, you can, of course, book me for a reading at angelicascensionstarot.com. Okay, Aries. Let's see what's going on. So, Virgo, this in your energy. Virgo. Yeah, I'm stuck on Virgo energy. I don't know if you know a Virgoan, or maybe you are Aries with Virgo in your chart, but there's definitely a strong Virgo in your energy. Scorpio as well. I think you might be getting into it with someone. There could possibly be some conflict that could be around you, especially with a Scorpio. Especially with a Libra. These might be the people that you're having conflict with. You might not be having conflict with them, but they could possibly be having conflict with one another. Seems like you're having a hard time relating to someone. You're getting into heated arguments with someone, Aries Nation, a cross-watcher, or somebody around you is a Gemini. Come on, as soon as I part the deck, drama. Possibly with a Gemini. Or somebody with Gemini placements. There's something going on in your situation. Drama and beef with somebody. What's going on with the Aries Nation spirit, guys? I think someone wants to be reassured that you really want to be there. Because of friction that you're having with someone, I think somebody feels that maybe you might cut and leave. And I think that's too real for someone. It seems like somebody does want to leave, Aries or cross-watcher, but it seems like somebody's maybe a bit afraid to do so. Somebody might be a bit possessive in your situation. I'm so confused. Seems like your heart is in the right place. You're very giving, you're very loving, you're very loyal. Or this may describe somebody that you're with. Both of you could actually be that way. There's trouble in paradise. For some of you, the way that I'm seeing this is maybe you already had a breakup with someone. Maybe you and somebody that you really genuinely care for, you and this person are not together right now. There's a reunion. I see a relationship that's struggling, and then I see a reunion. And I'm trying to see, some of you, I guess this is you and your partner maybe going through it. And then maybe in the end, you guys might work it out. For others of you, there's a third party situation. Now, hear me clearly when I say this. This caught my attention and decided to fall on the floor. This is a habit for somebody. I think you have an on again, off again relationship with somebody. When things get tough, somebody's a runner. And for some of you, somebody has a really bad habit of cheating, is what I feel. You're just really in your head, really lost in thought, worried about something. You're hurt. You can't seem to keep a consistent thought. It looks like you really are a loving, genuine person, or there's somebody that you genuinely love, but it just seems like somebody is not ready for a separation. Got something going on at work, which we're going to look at in a minute. Oh, you do have somebody coming back, and you genuinely do have drama and conflict with someone. You do. Like I said, this may not be your story, and this might be somebody else's story if you're in the midst of a third party. They might be having drama with somebody. There is someone that's coming back around. Or Aries, maybe you're thinking about going back to someone. It's a child that's involved. Some of you might be LGBTQ. You might be same-sex couple. Maybe somebody could be bisexual. Maybe somebody is in a hetero relationship. but could possibly be, like I said, they might have their preference. Working out, Aries? It looks like you're trying to get in shape. Okay, obviously, there's a relationship that's not working out. There's a relationship that's on its last leg. And I see someone, like I said, someone is deciding to cut this brief, cut it short. That's why he's ready to cut and leave. Is it you with the legal issue? Aries, what's really going on, the Aries nation? I think somebody means the world to you. But I also feel that somebody is spying on you because they don't trust you. Somebody could be checking your, I'm trying to say, your browsing history, going through your phone, going through your computer, your tablet, your electronic device. Somebody wants to find the truth. So somebody's definitely digging for evidence. You have cats, Aries? You might feel like you have too many. I don't know. I'm going on a road trip. You got a lot of animals around you, and somebody is a weed smoker in your situation. Oh, so is that the habit? I don't know. Maybe you're eating out a lot. There's some sort of habit that I think you're annoyed by, though. I don't think this is just some sort of regular habit. There's some packages coming. Random side note. Let me see. Like, what's really going on? I see some small things that are happening, but I'm trying to keep to the main storyline that we've already talked about. You got some communication coming in, possibly for a child, for the sake of a child. Someone could possibly be maybe going through you to talk to a child. Someone is thinking about a child right now. Somebody leave their child behind. There's some childhood wounds connected to this. Abandonment issues. That might be part of the reason that maybe you are feeling like this relationship is not working out. You're having tension with someone, yet it just feels like you're too afraid to leave a situation, even though you're starting to feel like something is a bit toxic, or it's been that way for the longest time. I hope nobody's putting their hands on you, Aries or cross watcher. So we see there's a lot. Oh my God, there's a lot. So what's the reason for the drama? What's the reason for the fighting? Lies, deception. Somebody's trying to get away with something. This is why someone is very watchful of the other person. This is why, and I'm not justifying it, but this is the reason why someone has become possessive. They feel that you're doing something. That's what this looks like to me. So somebody left you for somebody else, or this is what somebody is thinking. Maybe this is why somebody's going on a road trip. Someone in your situation, Aries or crosswatcher, somebody could have children in a different household, and maybe this is someone going back to an ex of theirs. It seems like somebody's just needing some time. They're needing a break to make a final decision about what they want to do. But it looks like one of you you're wishing the other one would let their guard down and talk, possibly to a Leo. I think someone wants to come and see you, especially after there's been a breakdown in communication and things have gotten kind of tense. There's been some betrayal. I did say somebody's coming back to be continued. So if somebody left the situation, somebody's coming back. Bear with me. I'm trying to make sense of the storyline. But especially if you're not in communication with someone's really hurt about this. They're kind of messed up about it in their mind. And it looks like somebody is just really kind of lost in thought thinking about you, with a lot of guilt about what may have happened. Someone is maybe trying to see how this situation may turn out. So this is why someone is possibly going to a reader, or this is what brings you here today, is to kind of see what may play out next in your situation, especially your financial one, and especially with some things that are going on spiritually. You've got to be traveling abroad, or maybe you just came right back. You got a financial situation that I think that you're looking at. I think you're praying to your angels and guides, maybe for guidance on how to improve your financial situation, because it does feel like your financial situation took a hit. For some of you, the reason for this hit, oh my God, I really don't. We're going to talk about Aries. Am I trying to say to you? This is not going to resonate for every Aries or every cross watcher. But you have somebody doing work on you. Witchcraft. A third party is trying to cause drama for somebody in the situation to prevent someone from going back to someone from their past. So I see somebody working the situation, and I see someone that's very susceptible to this magic, so to speak. Somebody could be doing it themselves, or they could possibly be going to a worker. Somebody's getting readings done as well. But others of you, maybe you do some sort of divination. Maybe you read cards. Maybe you read tea leaves. Okay? Maybe you do something such as this. It looks like you're concerned about a few different things. You're concerned about your money, your job. Because it looks like something has impacted your money, Aries or cross watcher. And it seems like you're really diligent this week, really trying to, okay, because Mars is featured in your reading, which would be your energy. So in other words, maybe you're very competitive. You might be in a leadership position. It seems like you have what it takes to pull through this situation. There's a lot of competition. You might work in a very competitive work environment, and you might be having beef with someone. For some of you, this isn't somebody in a third party situation at like romantically. This is a third party situation at work. Some of you, yes, you could be dating somebody that you work with, but you might also be acquaintances. You and someone might be acquaintances, you and a coworker, and there might be a third person at work that is just really trying to work your nerves, or is really going out of their way to cause problems for you as a way of knocking you out of the competition, distracting you. I always shake my head and stuff like this. It's like, why? You're moving. You moved recently, or this is something that you're concerned about. Some of you Aries or cross watcher, maybe you're house hunting. Maybe, yeah. Or this is you just kind of craving a location change. Well, I mean, come on with it. Here's the good news. I was saying you're craving a location change. You're moving. Maybe there's a place that you're wanting to purchase. Or it seems like you want to get out of your living situation. For some of you, it's the cost of living that's an issue. You might have experienced something going on with your credit. I was trying to say you may have experienced some past due notices, but that does not make sense. But Spirit was saying experience. There's something to do with your credit cards. But what I was really trying to say is that you may be receiving past due notices. There might be some things that you haven't gotten paid. Things that might be kind of late. Is that what you're arguing about? You might be arguing about money with your partner. It seems like you're working and you're doing an outstanding job, but it seems like no matter what, even though you're working, you still might feel like you don't have enough to make ends meet. Maybe it doesn't matter. I'm just trying to see what impacted your money. It might be a vehicle. Maybe your vehicle broke down. Maybe this is traveling expenses that kind of, I don't know, you racked up some charges with that. You got 10 of Swords. Sorry for the glare, but this is definitely 10 of Swords. I think somebody might have an issue with spending, because it looks like you're behind in bills, but yet you're receiving packages in the mail. Somebody at work is being very childish. You might possibly get into it with somebody at work. I think you're very professional. I think that what you do, like I said, I think you do it very well. I think your work speaks for itself. But like I said, it seems like you have a target on your back because you do stellar work. And since someone is maybe trying to ruin your career, of course it could be vice versa. Somebody could be trying to do that. The Aries could be trying to do this to someone. Somebody feels like your ideas are very creative. But like I said, I think you could possibly either be ignoring somebody at work, not really giving them as much attention as maybe you were once upon a time. I think somebody's feeling kind of salty about it. Somebody in your situation is feeling kind of left out, feeling like maybe you don't want to associate with them. But you know what? Somebody is just, oh, this would be you. You are the Aries. You are the Emperor. I don't think, even though this might be something that distracts you, I think you're still going to be able to push past this situation. But just know that in the back of the situation, in the background of the situation, you might have some people trying to gang up on you. This could be done spiritually, where you might feel like you have people that are against you and constantly trying to F up your situation. Be careful not to become too affected by this, okay? Because the naysayers, the people that are trying to frustrate your progress, they're going to be there regardless. Don't let this affect your day as much as possible. You got more important things on your plate than to be worried about childishness at work. Okay, there's definitely something connected to a child. You might have young children. Aries or cross watcher. I see children being relevant. These do not have to, you might have 3 kids actually. I see kids being relevant. These do not have to be your own children. These could be your nieces, nephews, grandchildren. You get what I mean? They may be related to you in some way. They could even be your students. Maybe you teach for a living. Wow. I was thinking the Hierophant. No, this is Aries. You might be an Aries Taurus. You're going to court. For some of you, something could be court ordered. It may be child support. Someone may have to pay child support. Someone is trying to dodge this. Someone's trying to avoid paying child support. Or someone is trying to be deceptive about their income in order to evade child support. You got a legal situation, as I mentioned. Maybe this is a continuation of a previous situation, Aries or cross watcher. Yeah, like something's been prolonged. And maybe it looks like with court, something could be wrapped up. Like it could begin to come to a close. It seems like something may have disrupted, maybe something that happened in court. It seems like what you're really, truly worried about is being at a disadvantage with court. You're worried about losing. Or you're worried about losing a spiritual battle. Because for some of you, you might feel, gosh, Aries. Little boy. My little one is in the background. I'm sorry. You've been having delays. You've been having setbacks. This is due to spell work. I think your spirit guides are coming in to straighten something out. This is precisely the case. Your spirit guides come in to straighten out a situation for you. Maybe it's that you don't know how to get started or you're not sure where to begin. Your spirit come in to give you the roadmap to something. It could be literally. It could be that maybe you're getting lost and maybe you're needing some directions. But I think that this is your spirit guides opening up and showing you the way to get something completed that you might feel at the beginning of the week is a hindrance to you. But it looks like you're able to push through it. Regardless of how badly somebody in the background of your reading wants you to lose, you won't. Prosperity. A gift of money is on its way. Your income is increasing. Manage your finances with love. Maybe you dance for a living, Aries, or maybe this is you as a result of seeing something that you worked so hard for, something that you've been worried about. Maybe this is you dancing. Like this is like joy for you, like to finally feel like you're having some progress come in. But yeah, you definitely have a gift of money. Somebody could be paying you back. Some of you, this could be a job offer that could be coming through. Somebody definitely, I mentioned to you, it's the poise, it's the professionalism. You got it. And I think that, like I mentioned to you before, in spite of the competition, there's just something about you that causes you to stand out. And so it looks like this gets you out of a financial bind. This might be an increase in pay. For some of you, this could definitely be a bonus at work. For all of the delays, all of the frustrations that you've gone through, it seems like you're able to at least have a sigh of relief when it comes to that. The court situation is still something that I'm working on. I'm trying to see like what's going on with a legal situation. Because it looks like someone is trying to put you at an advantage. It looks like someone wants you to lose. But you have the ability to outsmart this enemy that's on your heels. I think in some area of your life, I mentioned there's a victory. You got some success that's coming in with something. This is definitely through a spiritual situation because, as I mentioned to you before, you may be asking your angels for guidance with something. You may be doing a ritual of some type, or maybe someone is doing this for you. Somebody, you might be paying someone to do this. I'm not sure. But either way, it seems like that makes the difference. Where somebody thought that they were getting away with something, and the situation turns around at the 11th hour, and you end up winning. I think this is the case in court. I think this is a win for you when it comes to a legal situation, especially if someone is doing something underhanded, doing something behind your back, doing something to sabotage something that you're doing, even if it's not at work. It's for some of you going on. Some of you, it's in your social circles. For others of you, it's not. It's with children. It's with people that are younger, very impressionable, yet it may have something to do with people that they're surrounded by. And it may take the eye of someone who's more experienced to point this out. But I see something such as this going on. For some of you, it's a win for court. Unless this is you putting your hands on somebody. Like you're going to court, you lost your temper, the cops got called, and you know what I mean? Maybe your animals are fighting. But like if this is you and somebody like getting into it, and this is the reason that you end up in court, like I said, lawyer up. Somebody is ratting you out, okay? Because it looks like somebody's trying to lie in court, trying to, like I said, evade the truth, but the truth is definitely seen about something. And it's due to the fact that there is some sort of deception, and this deception is revealed that puts someone else at an advantage. So if this is your story, kind of decipher, like where are you in this equation of the story? Because there's quite a bit of people in your reading. I don't think all of this is you. I think there are people that are around you. Yeah, see, your financial situation is going to be fine. Like I mentioned to you, you're an Aries. That's that success that you crave, that stability that you're looking for is definitely there. Some of you could possibly be in real estate. Or you could possibly, I mentioned to you earlier, you could be purchasing a home. You've been putting forth some hard work, and I think that this is the week that you're going to see things begin to pay off. Some of you, you could be business owners, and then this is where I see you thriving. Okay, so if your situation has been an issue, I see things turning around for you. Or maybe at first at the beginning of the week you were going through some stagnation, or there were some negative patterns, or still are some negative patterns that the spirit is trying to free you from. Because whatever these negative patterns are, I think it has everything to do with your train of thought. I think it has everything to do with what you're thinking. You got a habit of going straight to the negative when things get tough. But just know that everything is going to be okay. And then even though you got some obstacles in front of you this week, you can definitely pull through this. You got an Aquarius that's in your reading. You got somebody blaming you for their own personal issues. But yeah, there's a legal situation that I think somebody might be on the defeating end of. Something may not go as well as maybe somebody thought for some of you, but for others of you, it may take for you to pay out. You might have to shell out a lot of money for this W, so to speak, this win that you're looking for in court. You might want to have the right person represent you or represent whomever this is in the story. Because it seems like that's what makes a big difference, is who you have representing who. And I was going to say who you have on your side. But it seems like you got your angels on your side, or you're doing work to kind of manipulate those circumstances to your advantage. Did I say something? You're a business owner? Yeah. I see work that you've done working out for you. So you could be getting tattoos, or you are seeing someone with a lot of tattoos. Seems like you're looking on the computer. You're jotting a lot of different things down. Come on. If it's not you that's doing some form of prayer, magic, somebody is, which we already talked about. This is you going to court. I felt that, which we talked about already. It seems like it may be in connection with a child or children. Maybe this is a custody battle, especially if these are two people splitting up. You might have to dig into your savings. It looks like you're able to replenish this money, though. You're able to put it back. Somebody's name could be Dawn. It seems like you might have some people that are watching you, Aries or cross watcher. You could be possibly having some dreams that kind of predict certain things ahead of time. You might be getting some communication from your mother. Okay. Future prospects, decisions to make, seeking guidance. This is precisely what I was talking about. That maybe you're going to someone to get this, or you, like I said, you are the seer. You are the person that provides insight for people. You are the light worker. I think this has something to do with your purpose, Aries or cross watcher. And I think you could possibly be getting into that. Maybe certain things did have to happen. Maybe certain issues that maybe you dealt with in your life was a part of your soul journey. Color. Maybe you paint. Maybe some of you could be experiencing colorism at work, some sort of discrimination because of color, because of sexual orientation. In some way, I feel like there could be for some of you. This is maybe you're in an interracial relationship with someone. I don't know. Maybe there's a Karen in your situation. Okay, anything else, Holy Spirit? Yep. This is your guys talking to you about cleansing and protecting your energy. Because we did talk about that you've got this whole, for some of you, you got this attack that's going on in the background. Magical tools, writing, star crafting. I talked to you about magical tools. That is very interesting. Because it definitely looks like that's what you're utilizing, okay, in your work. You got to be a spiritualist. You got to be. Like a tarot reader. You do something such as this. But you have a hobby, something that maybe you do other than, tarot could be your hobby. But like I mentioned to you, I think you have the gift of dancing. You have some other, call it the oracle, definitely. This has everything, again, to do with your purpose. This is your guides coming in to give you some sort of spiritual intervention with something that you're dealing with. There's some revelations this week. There's some things that maybe you didn't see clearly at the beginning of the week. Now you're seeing the why of certain things, why certain things had to happen the way that there were, and why it may have felt at the beginning of the week that your enemy was winning. It shifts. You go through a shift somewhere throughout the week. This is where you make your comeback. This is where you make your renewal. There's something that maybe you are renewing. Maybe it's a lease, a contract. Some of you, maybe it's your vows. Maybe this is why you're traveling. Maybe you have a particular destination in mind. Somebody's getting married, by the way. Like I said, somebody's getting married. It's like a destination wedding sort of thing. Maybe that's why you're traveling, or you're flying someplace. Anything else, Holy Spirit, for the Aries nation for the next 7 days? People from your past connections, work connections, past love connections, they may be coming through. Be careful, Aries or cross watcher, this week about filling up a void with a habit. Your habits, the things that you gravitate to, but the things that keep you running in circles and keep you in stagnant situations. For some of you, it's a relationship. For some of you, the habit might be that you run back to relationships that are toxic and that are hurtful to you, and where someone continues to betray you, betray your trust, and act more like an enemy than a partner. This might be where your guides are giving you a wake-up call and telling you to get to the deeper issues, because there could be something where you feel like you've got some emptiness that you're aware of that you're dealing with, but you're covering that pain up through addiction. Somebody could literally be addicted to drugs, alcohol, or for some of you, I think this relationship is an addiction. You may have made someone the center of your world when somebody is not really worthy of that sort of reverence. Definitely. Temptation. I mentioned to you, there are some secrets. Somebody's being led astray. It could be, don't let this be you, Aries. Somebody's been doing something behind your back. This is the week that you find out about it. And like I said, it may cause drama. I think the drama and the tension was already there, but this might stir the pot. But trust and believe, there's some temptation there that somebody's been giving into. You might be the main person. You might not even be aware that there's a side person, but there is. I mentioned to you earlier that you might be awakening to your gifts. You are every bit of an empath, Aries, or cross watcher. This week you could possibly be confusing other people's energy for your own. Maybe you're going through a depression, or you're feeling depressed energy, and it's not really you that's depressed. It might be somebody around you. You're an empath, especially if this is you. You do work for other people, like spiritual work. Definitely cleanse this energy as often as possible so that it's not lingering. I promise you, if somebody is hiding something from you, doing something behind your back, they're going to go back and delete it. They don't want you to see. They're deleting something out of their browsing history, their phone, their picture log, their camera log, this sort of thing. And don't be surprised if you got an issue with your landlord. Maybe that's who you're taking to court. Maybe this is where you have a legal issue with the landlord. Or the issue with maybe finding a home, like I said, it has something to do with a pet. Like you might have a restricted breed. And that might be the issue that's making it hard for you to maybe stay within your home. Maybe this is the next door neighbor's animal fighting with your animal. You know what I mean? This sort of thing. Be careful of limiting beliefs. Your belief systems, your guides are saying something about this needs to be reprogrammed. Your inner child. I mentioned to you fear of abandonment. Maybe you were raised by a single parent, or you had both parents in the household, but there was nothing but friction, nothing but fighting. And maybe one of your parents walked out or they left. And you might be feeling like you're repeating the same pattern as what you saw growing up. Again, your spirit guides are calling you out of this. Your beliefs, it's the things that you're thinking, Aries. Like I said, you might be very kind of fixated on the smallest thing happens. You might be kind of just, you gravitate to the negative. Again, spirit is calling you out of that. It does nothing but put you in a loop and a trap. And your guide's trying to break you free of that. Education could be something that's important to you at this time. If it's not yours, then it may be the education of children or a child. Shield your energy. We talked about that. What does it say? Look beneath the surface. We talked about shielding your energy. Somebody might resemble a frog, by the way. What is it? Magic, right? Somebody turn somebody into a toad, that sort of thing. Like, I promise you, somebody does some sort of magic. Somebody might be trying to alter your appearance. The eyes. It brings me to thyroid issues. Thyroid, hyper. Is it hyper or hypothyroidism? I can't remember at the moment. You might have scaly skin. Maybe somebody has psoriasis, eczema, some sort of rash, by the way. But what was I talking about? Let's move on. Communication. Create open communication. This is with your guides. But I think that this is also within a relationship. It's very clear that communication is something that this relationship is struggling with. Something about this can definitely be changed. Like I said, some sort of habit. It's about the way that you communicate with one another. That's why we have, again, Mars, which could have something to do with determination, which it definitely feels like you have when it comes to your work. But on the flip side of Mars would be reactions, snap decisions, snap judgments, anger, putting your hands on someone, putting somebody in the hot seat, constantly questioning them. It's like it becomes a boxing match. I promise you, I feel that there has been violence. Something violent has broken out. And for some of you, I feel like that's what takes somebody to court. Court could be a wake-up call for somebody. All right, Holy Spirit, come on. That's exactly what this is. Somebody is putting their hands on somebody. Thank you, Spirit. Anything else, Holy Spirit? I think you're going to be you're definitely, you're needing to save some money. Yes, but it seems like you're being pelted left and right by unexpected circumstances, finances that kind of pop up, financial situations that you might feel like you have to kind of put a Band-Aid on. Definitely, though, you come out the victor. You're able to triumph over this. Something this week, like I mentioned to you, it feels like you're never going to get through this, or it just feels like it's hard for no reason. You're getting out. Somebody is in jail. Somebody gets out on bond. Somebody's bailing somebody out. You're looking for a home. It feels like there's something that's on your background that you might feel is an issue. Or this is you maybe deciding not to roommate with someone because you might feel that that would put something on your background. Or there's a landlord that you're worried is underhanded and may try to sabotage your move. Green, adventuring, Reiki healing, energy worker, healer, psychic energy reader. Beautiful. Thank you for stopping by. All right, Aries Nation, this concludes your 7-day forecast with Angelic Ascensions. If you'd like to book a personal, you can head over to my website, which is angelicsascensionstarot.com, or you can stay tuned after the next zodiac sign for the paid live. I'll be doing paid live readings if anyone would like to get in line. The line is now currently open, and you can do so by going to Cash App. My Cash App is $Angelic Ascensions. It is ascensions plural. Let me, while we're talking about that, there's somebody that is impersonating my TikTok, both my TikTok and my Instagram, and they're going by the name of Angelic Ascension 23. They've taken down my videos and put it on this fake account, and they're also DMing people asking them if they want a reading. I do not DM anyone to ask them if they want a reading. So please be mindful of people that do such a thing, and please don't fall for that type of stuff. The only way to really get a reading from me is to go to my website, which is angelicassentionstarot.com, or it is to come here for my YouTube live readings. Thank you, Aries Nation, for deciding to tune in this week. Have a beautiful, blessed, and productive week. I'll see y'all in the next one. Next zodiac sign, Libra. Oh, it happens to be your opposite sign too. All right.